Welcome to another episode of On the Couch with
Shuntai Johnell
and Johnell Allen Bay. And listen, I'm fired up. I'm fired up, y'all. I'm fired up because look at this here. Look at these handsome men.
And I'm in the middle of it all.
Look at it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
So talk to me, y'all. Well, first of all, I want y'all to identify yourselves. I'm going to start all the way to the end and come all the way up to the top. Let's talk about it. Who are you?
My name is Taurus Simpson. My motto is overhaul your life today or you haul your stuff tomorrow. I am a life coach under the very voluptuous Shuntai and Johnell.
It's called Reconnect My Life, but I'll take full credit. You can throw my name in it anytime you want to, but this is Reconnect My Life brand.
Amen.
Right, and this is our first cohort of coaches that graduated from our program. A few of them here on the couch. We can't get everybody right now, but we will.
You're going to see them. Just be patient.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Derek Hatter, and my motto is, it's my desire for you to reach your greatest you.
Oh, my God. Look at that. Powerful. Uh-oh.
I'm Ronnie Wiggins, and my motto is helping people reach their full potential.
Wow.
All right.
I love that. So listen, tell us something. How did you just get into life coaching? What inspired you to get into this field?
Well, actually, it's something I've been doing without the profession all my life. And as I began to relate back to my model, things that we want to accomplish in life, a lot of times we do it without somebody being there or somebody coaching us on. And for me to give back to those that are trying to achieve different things, I have to understand that I got an experience on what I have learned through life, through low situations, through high situations, and I'd rather give it back to a person to help them get where they need to get to see the success of people. It gives me joy to see people be successful.
Wow.
Yes.
I love that there. I love that energy there.
Right.
Talk to us.
Well, for me, again, I think it's something that I've always been doing. I enjoy interacting with people. I enjoy talking. I got a big mouth sometimes. So just being able to pour into people so that they would realize their greater selves.
Right.
And understand that it's always been inside you. It's just being able to extrapolate. The word education means to pull out, to draw out. So we as life coaches, we draw things out of people that's already there. And we just give them the tools to be able to use those things to better their lives.
Okay.
For myself, after being a counselor for so long, I was continuing to educate myself. So I said life coaching, because I was reading a lot of material about life coaching, and I said, what's the next level for myself? And like the gentleman just shared, that life coaching is bringing the best out of a person. And so by my experiences, I could help bring the best out of individuals and guide them and steer them and show them some things where they may be making mistakes and how they could correct it.
Wow.
Right.
To see three men in this industry as motivators, inspirers, how do you look at that?
I love to see the strength of men, especially men of color, doing life coaching. Why do you think life coaching is important to others? How will other men or even women would benefit from life coaching based on your life experience?
Well, I think that, again, we come from various perspectives. We have various life experiences. And so being able to connect with people and get them to understand that, again, everything is already there. It's just being able to pull those things out of themselves. And we facilitate. We help them to get to the place where they're understanding that they're great and that they're important, that they're wonderful, and they're perfectly made. So that they are absolutely a creation of the Most High God. And so, and doing and helping them see those things, it just brings about a better part of this world.
Well, yeah, I love that, and that's how I go into, because we got two pastors here. Okay, so and with anointing of being a prophet. So you, Taurus Simpson, I mean, with that gift, how do you go into dealing with a person 101 when you know something already? How that go?
One thing I could say I learned though,
Okay.
and God is a talent. I mean, a gift that God has given me, and in that gift, sometimes it could be a blessing, it could be a cursing, because God allowed you to see things that you don't ask for, that you don't ask to see, and to be able to balance what I see spiritually and to still be able to abstract what I see in a person's flesh is two different things.
Okay,
Because
now.
Okay.
you have to play it very cut edge, because you can't give them all of what you see in the spirit, and then you could and take them away from all of what you're trying to extract out of their flesh. And so
I like that.
you have to learn how to, how can I say, get the person where they need to be mentally,
Right.
but yet accept the person where they at right now.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that
Right.
there. And Pastor Wiggins,
Yes,
so you got a talent, where not only do you are a life coach, well, you deal with addictions, and also mental health issues, and then have to push the word. How do you balance that, man? How that look when you doing, what you do?
it all fits together.
Okay.
It's inseparable.
Right.
Once you understand who you are, it's inseparable because it's all biblically prescribed anyway. So you learn, we know what the word says, and how can I take what we most say the secular and merge it into the spiritual and get a person to receive it. So that requires you to have some gift and some skill and being able to take life experiences and show people that in the Word of God and give it to a person where it's receivable.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Well, listen, I want y'all to really think about some things because of the fact that we're going to bring some more people, your peers, on the couch. But at the end, we're going to ask you some things. And I want you to be prepared to be able to give 3 steps in accomplishing that goal. Okay?
All right.
All right.
Thank
Thank you.
On the Couch with Shuntai and Johnell focuses on educational, humorous, and insightful topics based on extraordinary lives of real people. Each episode provides real talk from real people.
Felt rejected, being newly divorced, and I didn't want my kids to feel like they'd missed something in life. So I had went above and beyond to make sure that they would have no.
I had just been doing the catering, small and part-time, and she just left to come on full-time, and everything shut down. So imagine losing, literally we lost, 80% of our income.
Wow. I love that. The ladybug and
The
butterfly.
butterflies.
Join Shuntai Hill, a certified counselor, and Johnell Allen Bay, a life coach and relationship expert, weekly for On the Couch with Shuntai and Johnell. Shuntai Hill and Johnell Allen Bay are the king and queen of relationships. Each week, the couple engages their audience with hot, sexy topics about relationships for the grown and sexy. The show is interactive, fun, and
Our
real.
next topic. I got drunk. Hold on. I got drunk the other night, and my girl grabbed my ears from behind. So she was behind him, grabbed his ears, and then he smacked her. I immediately apologized, but to be honest, I meant it, and I knew it was her. I felt horrible about hitting her, but I felt good at the same time. What's up with this?
Tune in weekly to She Say, He Say with Shuntai Hill and Johnell Allen Bay. For more information, visit shesayhesay.media.
Welcome to On the Couch with Shuntai Hill and Johnell Allen Bay.
I'm Johnell, so I wanted to feel how it is to say that, you know. I always say her name, then she said, you don't want to hear me say my name a little
I'll
bit?
just give you ownership to say yours.
Thank you. So listen, now is my time to shine. I am in the midst of all the beautiful women.
Yes. So,
You know, so I feel good.
so our episodes
should've
are
said
about
that.
life. It's about coaching for life.
Okay.
Right. So
Absolutely.
we have our coaches who went through our coaching program at Reconnect My Life Incorporated, and now they are powerful women who are ready to jump into the world of coaching. Our recent graduates' first cohort.
Woohoo!
Say,
So let's start from the end and come up to the top. I love it.
Hi, my name is Tarnisa Martin, and my motto is the art of bouncing back.
all right.
Ooh-wee.
Hi, I'm Catherine Jones, and my motto is relating to a new life.
Okay.
My name is Vessie Hill, and my motto is becoming a better me.
Wow.
All right.
I love it. I
Yes.
love it. What's yours? You got something.
Mine's a shift happens.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shift
Making
happens.
people shift, helping people shift.
All right now.
Keep that shift up.
Keep that shift up. Huh? I like
And
that.
yours?
Mine is you will never be greater later.
All right.
You know, so yeah.
So as we talk about life coaching, why did you get into it? Why was it important for you to be a life coach? Because you ladies have other careers,
Right.
as well.
I decided to become a life coach because I went through a horrible, painful divorce, and I wanted people to be able to redistribute their pain. I didn't want people to stay stuck. I didn't want people to forfeit their future because somebody decided to walk away from them. I wanted them to find strength and move forward and prosper in their life.
All right.
Wow. That is awesome.
I got into it. My master's degree is in mental health and counseling, and I've always wanted to go to law school, but I don't like exams. So I knew I had to take the LSAT, couldn't get around that. And to be a licensed professional counselor, I have to take the exam. So with life coach, I don't have to take the exam.
Oh,
So
you took an
that's how
exam,
Well, I took an exam,
but I made it fun for you.
that's right. So that's how I got into it, because I wanted to help people, and I know that life is good, even though some people think that it's not, but it is. And so me assisting them to see their potential, and that you don't have to be depressed after a divorce or separation or a new state or a new, house, just live.
All
Okay,
right.
thank you.
Beth.
And myself, I became involved into the life coaching because I too have been through a divorce and experienced things in which I wish I had a life coach for. So I got involved so that I can help others
Wow.
who have also experienced some of the same things that I have.
So I'm going to ask you this question here. What was one perceived notion that you had that once you got in, you figured out that's not what it is in life coaching? I'll start with you, Bessie. Or a preconceived notion.
A preconceived notion?
Yeah.
Well, life coaching is, I didn't have any preconceived notions
Okay.
prior.
Okay.
So it's
It's what
And
you
that's okay.
expected.
Yeah, it's definitely what I'm expecting.
Okay, I love
Yes.
that. I love that because sometimes you go in looking at something and get in it, but when you don't go in with expectations and you get involved, you realize, you know what? It's better not to have an expectation and absorb what I'm about to get into.
Absolutely.
Right.
I come into it with an open mind, as an open
I
slate.
love that.
That's good.
I love
That's
that. Kathy?
I, again, compared the restrictions of being a clinician and a LPC where they don't want you to disclose. I wanted to disclose because I need you to understand that life happens to everybody.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what your title is or your position is.
Okay.
So I came into it like that.
Okay.
So actually, taking on the assignment of becoming a life coach was kind of challenging because I have always mentored and coached and motivated others. But this made me mentor and coach myself.
Okay.
It taught me that the message will always be for the messenger. And before I could help anybody transition from pain to purpose, that I first had to deal with my own pains.
Wow. Okay. I love that. I love that.
And in life coaching, do you notice dealing with your own pain, do you think that will get in the way of dealing with a client, that there could be some type of transference because they experience the same thing? How do you get around, giving advice to helping them, walking them along their goals without inundating them with your life stories?
I think that it makes a greater connection.
Okay.
And it allows you to be transparent, and it allows the person that you're helping to see that you're real.
Right.
I'm real radical and I'm real uncut. So they can appreciate what I've been through, but yet I'll be able to appreciate a place to where I can help them grow. So I don't think that for me, I will ever be able to disconnect, but I will be able to listen and share my experiences as they need it.
Right.
Okay.
One thing that I took for when in this cohort is that everybody that came in with a target, right? Of people that you wanted to help. And, for instance, you three impacted me as a man when you were trying to help women, but your story helped men as well. So
Yeah.
I just want you to know that no matter how you go in thinking about a situation, a story is a story. And to be able to connect with it is what you allowed us to be able to do in your lives. So we appreciate that.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more life coaches.
Okay. Thank y'all.
On the Couch with Shuntai and Johnell focuses on educational, humorous, and insightful topics based on extraordinary lives of real people. Each episode provides real talk from real people.
Felt rejected, being newly divorced, and I didn't want my kids to feel like they'd missed something in life. So I had went above and beyond to make sure that they would have no.
I had just been doing the catering, small and part-time, and she just left to come on full-time, and everything shut down. So imagine losing, literally we lost, 80% of our income.
Wow. I love that. The ladybug and
The
butterfly.
butterflies.
Join Shuntai Hill, a certified counselor, and Johnell Allen Bay, a life coach and relationship expert, weekly for On the Couch with Shuntai and Johnell. Shuntai Hill and Johnell Allen Bay are the king and queen of relationships. Each week, the couple engages their audience with hot, sexy topics about relationships for the grown and sexy. The show is interactive, fun, and
Our
real.
next topic. I got drunk. Hold on. I got drunk the other night, and my girl grabbed my ears from behind. So she was behind him, grabbed his ears, and then he smacked her. I immediately apologized, but to be honest, I meant it, and I knew it was her. I felt horrible about hitting her, but I felt good at the same time. What's up with this?
Tune in weekly to She Say, He Say with Shuntai Hill and Johnell Allen Bay. For more information, visit shesayhesay.media.
And welcome to On the Couch with.
Well,
ahead,
Johnell and
say it.
Shuntai.
Okay,
And
I was
Shuntai
saying
and
you was gonna say it this
Johnell.
time.
This is still the same segment. We're just introducing more coaches. Look at this. Yes. Yes. Look at this here. So we got some more life coaches.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's start with you, Steve.
Yes, my name is Stephen Adams, and I'm a life coach, a motivational speaker, and a spiritual enthusiast.
What's your motto?
My motto is turning victims into victories.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Tanisha Torrance, and my motto is helping you see the truth.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Richard Bogard, and my motto is moving on and moving forward.
All right.
Excellent.
So tell us about why you got into life coaching. Why was it important? We're going to let the lady start.
I've been through a lot. I come from a family of abusers, both mentally and physically abusive. From teenage pregnancies to trauma, toxic relationships. And then in 2013, I found my voice. I found my reason. And so I'd like to help other women, other young women, find themselves, help find their voice.
All right.
Well, I'm the oldest of 3 boys. So at a young age, I've always had a leadership role. My dad used to tell me, no matter what you do, good or bad, your brothers are going to follow after you. So just from at a young age and then being in sports, captain, football team, baseball team, always having that leadership responsibility, I felt like life coaching is that next step now. The next step to connect with people and help them move on and move forward with the different transitions in their life.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I come from, like a lot of places, abject poverty, teenage mother who was pregnant early with me, 12, 13 years old, trying to take care of a child trying to take care of a child.
Wow.
I found myself about 5 years old taking care of my sisters and brothers. So those experiences, me believing that the world owed me something. I developed that attitude about things, right? Why, the hand that I had been dealt was unfair. So I used my social conditions as an excuse for failure. It was really stereotypical things. Whatever they had in the streets, I indulged in. Angry young youth, right? Eventually getting in trouble, being incarcerated for 27 years. There I had some people who were coaching me from different countries, and they didn't know they did know, because they wanted me to be a better person. So in that, I knew I wanted to be a better person, and I wanted the men, like you said earlier in this segment, I wanted to be the kind of man that other men looked up to. So I developed that mentality.
Great.
So Tanisha, tell me about that defining moment in, you said 2018?
2013.
2013.
So I had a client of mine who always asked me to come to church. He always asked me, and I always be like, oh, next Sunday. And this Sunday I came prepared. I was dressed and ready to go. And I was sitting in the congregation in my seating, and there was a guest speaker that day I had never met. And she called upon me and she asked me to stand. She was like, young lady, stand. And I'm just crying. I'm terrified. Everyone's just hollering, passing out, shouting. I'm terrified. And so she's like, young lady, you stand. And so I'm standing, and she's just talking to me. She's speaking in particular to my situation, my circumstances. And she brought me out of it. I left that day, and it was just, I had been replenished. I had felt so clean. I had no worries. It was just a burden of relief that was just off my shoulders from that day moving forward.
Wow. That is awesome. So now, here you are, certified life coaches. What's next?
Publishing a few books that that's in the works. I want to do some nonprofit work. Definitely stay with Reconnect My Life.
Absolutely.
They have a vision that I want to be particularly involved in, engaged into its fulfillment.
All right.
Moving forward, I'll be working closely with both Shuntai and Johnell at Reconnect My Life. So I'll be also seeing clients as well.
All right.
For me, I want to take all my talents and gifts, everything I'm involved in, and somehow put them all together. So the life coaching, I'm also just starting coaching junior high football.
Okay.
Defensive coach, music, and a few other things to try to incorporate them all together. Oh, and being executive producer for the show.
Look at this. Who's your mother?
My mother is the great Shuntai.
You couldn't tell.
Look at that there. Apple rolled down the road.
That's right. That's right.
Look at that there. That's phenomenal.
That's wonderful.
So one of the things that we want you to understand is that what you poured into being coaches,
Yes.
we received.
Right.
I don't want you to think that this went on, that we were just the ones that were giving instructions. We were receiving things from you because it helped be able to mold and show us directions. Being a life coach is it's about being a wellness
Absolutely.
specialist.
Right.
You know, that's our cliche, a wellness specialist.
Yes.
And we live in a world that we don't put enough emphasis on the wounds of the mind. And therefore, you need to have someone to be able to help you get to that next phase, because every human aspires to be greatness. They want greatness. You're not going to see nobody in here that don't want to be great.
Facts.
Nobody, right? Well, taking what's inside and finding that greatness and taking them to their level and helping them be able to see it is what Shuntai and I appreciate about life coaching.
Yes, we do.
And so we're proud of the class of 2021.
Yes.
Reconnect my life.
Yes.
So we're going to close there, and I want everybody to really understand that these are the future coaches in our country. Look at this here.
Yes.
Yes.
On the Couch with Shuntai and Johnell focuses on educational, humorous, and insightful topics based on extraordinary lives of real people. Each episode provides real talk from real people.
Felt rejected, being newly divorced, and I didn't want my kids to feel like they missed something in life. So I had went above and beyond to make sure that they would have no.
I had just been doing the catering, small and part-time, and she just left to come on full-time, and everything shut down. So imagine losing, literally we lost, 80% of our income.
Wow. I love that. The ladybug and
the butterflies.
Join Shuntai Hill, a certified counselor, and Johnell Allen Bay, a life coach and relationship expert, weekly for On the Couch with Shuntai and Johnell. Shuntai Hill and Johnell Allen Bay are the king and queen of relationships. Each week, the couple engages their audience with hot, sexy topics about relationships for the grown and sexy. The show is interactive, fun, and real.
Our next topic. I got drunk. Hold on. I got drunk the other night, and my girl grabbed my ears from behind. So she was behind him, grabbed his ears, and then he smacked her. I immediately apologized, but to be honest, I meant it, and I knew it was her. I felt horrible about hitting her, but I felt good at the same time. What's up with this?
Tune in weekly to She Say, He Say with Shuntai Hill and Johnell Allen Bay. For more information, visit shesayhesay.media.
And welcome back to our episode of Coaching for Life we're doing Coaching for Life, but welcome back to
Well, I feel
On the
good.
Couch
I feel good.
with
Listen,
Shuntai and
I feel
Johnell.
inspired, Yes. And here is our class of coaches here.
Yes.
These are Reconnect My Life coaches. Please give them a round of applause. This is our team. There's one missing here. Where's she at, Nick? Wait.
She's
Okay.
with us.
All right.
But she's up. She's working.
Okay, she's working behind the scenes. Y'all ain't see her.
Diligently.
That's right.
Yes.
So, coaches.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you a few questions, okay? What did you learn in this session here, going through the certification and getting involved in Reconnect My Life's process? What was the one thing that you took that you will always be able to say, I got this nugget here? What is that there? Yeah.
One big thing I learned when we did the video with Don Jones.
Okay.
And he was teaching us about interview and how to correctly do an interview. And how to pause to get your next sentence out, how not to say things like that.
Right.
Like, she was really inspirational in her Zoom meeting.
Great.
I think that one of the biggest things for me was the distinguishing mental health that always sticks out with me from wellness coach. What is it? You guys took great time out to make sure we understood what our jobs are is different from your job. So we really know how to clarify things, find those strategies, the obstacles, and then find things to get around it. But you taught us the difference between a life coach and a therapist, and it's important for all of us to know that, and for the community to know what that means.
Okay.
Right.
So I can piggyback on
Yes.
that. Because when you don't have a therapist or need a therapist, you need a coach.
Right.
You need someone to help you
Yes.
win in that process.
Okay.
So that was my takeaway.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think one of my biggest things that I learned was identifying what a person is saying without them saying it.
Yeah.
And I think that's very important because we all be around kids. Most of us up there have kids, and to be able to identify what they're doing, but they're not saying what they have a problem in.
Right.
And so it keeps me alert now.
Yeah.
Or even watching in my house, or when I'm around certain people.
Great. Yeah.
I think for me, connection, and also from that Dawn Jones segment, just learning those pivotal moments in your life, how they connect with those around you, and how important that is to be able to glean from that connection, to be able to speak into their lives.
Awesome.
What I took away is that most of us had similarities, no matter where you were status-wise, or what your credentials were. We all shared some similarities. So I took away that, hey, life coaching, even though I was here at this one place, life coaching is something a little bit different. And so don't have to be up here. I can kind of lower myself a little bit in life coaching. And so that's what I took away.
For me, I would say life coaching has helped me, and the biggest nugget I got was actually kind of peeling back the onion on myself, and really figuring that out, because I believe before you can help someone else, you do have to understand yourself, your situation. And the hardest thing for me to do when I had a session with Johnell was actually, being asked questions I'd never been asked before. But if I'm sitting with somebody and I'm doing that for them, then it allowed me to kind of draw that, correlation of, I know exactly how that person feels, what they're dealing with, and also being aware that this may be their first time ever sharing that information.
Right.
So for that, I think that's something that myself, I'll keep in mind, and it really helped me out a lot. So.
Okay.
For me, I learned how to write my story without telling it all, but to write my story, the key things that needed to be out there so that people can relate to me when they see my bio.
Right.
They can kind of figure out where else to go or where I may be able to help them. So writing my story was key.
Okay.
What was most important for me was to be able to know when to get professional help for our clients. I had struggled with knowing the balance in between. And so this definitely helped me understand when it's okay to tell a person you might need professional help.
Awesome.
Okay. Awesome. Look, we first of all give them another hand.
Yes. Thank you. So we want to make sure that you all know that we appreciated you throughout this process. It's been a journey, and that was life coaching is ongoing. You're going to help people at different phases of their lives, and they're going to lean on you. So accepting them where they're at and be able to move them forward is very important, because sometimes we get stuck. We all get stuck, and everyone can use a life coach.
That's right. Thank you.